Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. The lathe bore is just 3/4 of an inch, just big enough to handle this 3/4 inch stock. Which is good because I need to turn an arbor out of this 3/4 inch stock that'll handle this 5/8 bearing. Because the hub for the wheel that I got for the fan blade has these 5/8 bore bearings, and the shaft for the windmill is 3/8. So I need to make an adapter. The length of the hub with the bearings installed is 2 1/4 inches. So I'm going to turn this back and put a shoulder on it at 2 1/4 inches so that the bearing won't slide off the end of it on the inside. I'm going to bore a 3/8 hole down through the center of it so that it'll slip over the shaft for the windmill. Then I'm going to put a pinhole out here on the end to capture the bearing hub onto the arbor. That way the fan won't fly off the windmill. Should have it all locked up. Now, I don't know how long it's going to take me. Things seem to take a little bit longer than what they used to. Using the South Bend lathe, I put a 3/8 hole 2 1/2 inches deep into the shaft. Now I'm going to turn down the outside down to 5/8 of an inch. That'll handle the bearing, and I should have the arbor done except for cutting off and facing. I always like to make sure that I got the lathe unplugged before I do this. That handle's right here. It doesn't take much to bump it and make it go. And I really don't want to have to spend the day fixing up all the things that can go wrong if that happens. Take a rough cut, measure the shaft. We're at 700. I need to be at 625. That means I need to take off 75 thousandths. Starter windings in the old motor are pretty bad. The lathe is able to take that much of a cut, but I don't like stressing it that hard. So I'm going to back off and take half of that. And we'll come back. Now all I have to do is cut it off. I still don't have a cutoff tool, so I'm going to use my old favorite, the hacksaw. You know how I love hacksaw. By waiting until the boring is complete, I end up only having to cut about 2/3 of the material because I have this nice 3/8 hole down through the center of it. This goes back in the stockpile. It was actually purchased to be the Arbor for the treadle grinder. It's another project. The Arbor fits on the shaft for the windmill, just perfect. The fan wheel fits onto the Arbor, just perfect. It looks like it's going to spin just fine. Even fairly straight. Not bad for being knocked down, bent up, and broke a couple of times.